Hello from Las Vegas. We have the Blonderage here, Jennifer Wishon and myself on the Strip live tonight on the eve of the final presidential debate. And I'm a little late to the game. Jennifer's been here almost a full 24 hours. I got in this morning. So Jennifer, tell us, what type of things did y'all see today?
Well, we saw a lot of interesting things, Abby, as you can imagine. This is Las Vegas. But the one unifying thing is people are so energized and interested and engaged with this election. And the funny thing is, I mean, this is Las Vegas. This is a huge tourist town. So we met some folks from Nevada, but we met folks from North Carolina, from Ohio, from California, and all of them had opinions. It was pretty much a mixed bag. But again, it's exciting to see that so close to the election, so many people are engaged. But there's been a lot for folks to digest because there have been so many October surprises. We talked about, the possibility weeks ago of there being an October surprise, but there's like an October surprise every day.
Yeah, there really is. And we want to hear from you guys. I mean, more than any other campaign we've ever seen, they are really just super PACs, and campaigns are dumping out these little nuggets they've been holding on to right before Election Day to release, to really try and just kill the other candidate's chance. What has been the most appalling thing that has come out from either side this week? Because, obviously we've seen the comments from Donald Trump and his conversation with Billy Bush, but then today, Project Veritas, the past 48 hours, have been showing these undercover videos of proven corruption and proven just cases of the Department of Justice working with the Hillary Clinton campaign while she was under investigation. And the media isn't really talking about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know as CBN, one of the things that I love is we don't follow the typical major networks path, but I mean, Jennifer and I were just talking, why aren't they discussing it? And because with Donald Trump, his sound bites are so gross. And honestly, the media, it's a ratings thing.
Yeah.
And his stuff pulls in ratings. So are they not talking about it because that is just getting more people's attention? Or are they not talking about it because of the media bias? Or both? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, the controversy facing Hillary Clinton has been much more recent than, the tapes that we heard from Donald Trump. But I think part of it, I mean, we know there's media bias, right? There's no question about that. But the things that we're learning about Hillary Clinton and the WikiLeaks, some of the Project Veritas stuff, it's almost confirming what a lot of people thought they already knew about Hillary Clinton. And it's also a little bit in the weeds, right? I mean, a lot of people don't want to sift through thousands of emails. But, when it comes to a salacious comment by a man who's running for president, sex sells. And I think you're right. I think a lot, networks want to keep pushing that for ratings. And we'll see what effect it has on this election.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, as far as it's easy to explain people a gross conversation between two men, it's harder to really to explain what is going on and what the corruption there, to really go in depth into what exactly they've done that's so illegal. So no one will argue this is a historic election, unlike any we have ever seen before. And how did we get to these two candidates?
Right. Well, that's the big question. And I think, what I heard a lot from folks here on the Vegas Strip today is that it's not so much that they're excited about their candidate, it's that they're excited about not letting the other candidate get into office. So we saw that a lot today. And, Nevada, this is a close state. I mean, this really could still go either way. And we saw some new polling come out today that the gender gap is pretty wide here. 15% of women are polling for Hillary Clinton, 10% of men. And another thing, so we have the debate tomorrow night, huge final fireworks in this election. Guess when Nevada voters get to Nevada? I got to stop doing that. It's Nevada. I'm sorry, folks. Nevada voters can start voting on Saturday. So this is important for both candidates to perform in this state because they both need it.
Yeah. So y'all, I'm not trying to be rude looking at my phone. I'm just trying to look at all the wonderful comments we're getting. We have a lot of traction on Facebook right now. And Jennifer, we have Susan here who's asking, why are we in Sin City? Well, we're here because we want to bring you the Christian perspective from what's going on with this election. And honestly, we want to be a light in the city. So we're asking for your prayers. Pray to protect us while we're here because Vegas, is not always the most comfortable place for Christians, but we hope that we just get to bring a joy and light that they're not seeing everywhere from all the people here while we're in Vegas.
Absolutely. And, I think it was Mike Huckabee who joked that he came to Vegas with $10 in his pocket and the 10 Commandments, and he left with both. And so that's what we're planning to do too. But Abby's absolutely right. We want to be a light in this city, in this race, everywhere we go. And I've been keeping track of these debates using the faith ticker. We're going to pull that out tomorrow, keeping track as to whether or not the candidates talk about their faith, whether or not they talk about issues that really are important to Christians. And not just that, these are important issues that the next president of the United States is going to have to address. So we're going to be taking a look at that as well tomorrow.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Rick here from Florida. He says, hey, CBN. Hello, Rick. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And we're going to be just canvassing social media for the next 24 hours at Jennifer Wishon, at Abigail CBN. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. We want to just give you as in-depth coverage as we can, kind of show you a different perspective than other networks are showing, and just have some fun.
Absolutely. I am seeing a question from Cheryl Wilcox. She says, are millennials that you're speaking with going to the polls? I actually didn't talk to any millennials today, but do you have any insights on that, Abby?
Honestly, I think this is that's one thing I want to do is for a lot of people who are in college right now, this is their first election ever voting, and that's one thing I've been want to do before election day is talk to those college students about what it's like to have this be the first presidential race they're eligible to vote in, and have their options be Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and what they think about that. I mean, I remember my first presidential election, and it was very different than this one.
Right. This is the big eye-opening experience for the first time. Mm-hmm. We have Mary Nicholas. She is praying. Thank you so much for that. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Ohio. I talked to several folks from Ohio today. And, I think the latest polling shows that Donald Trump is leading in Ohio, which, of course, is a major get for a presidential candidate. We'll see if that holds.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting 24 hours, and well, thank you for tuning in tonight, and just keep following us for all the fun we're going to have here.
We're here right through the debate, folks, and we look forward to staying in touch with you.
All right, have a good night.
Good night.